Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor and welcome back to another World of Warcraft talking video. Hold on, I should probably do this so it looks a little better. Hello. So today was the running of the gnomes, hence why I'm here. I didn't actually do running of the gnomes. I'm sorry. But today was the Great Gnomeregan run, so that's pretty much a thing that happens every year. I'm pretty sure it happens every year, and this year they were just like, you know what, we'll set up some in-game stuff for the event. They had like start and finish lines, they had little water cups and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool from what I saw. I saw pictures, I didn't actually do anything, so if you're someone that participates in that, I think that's pretty awesome. And I wish I would participate at some of these events. I swear, I wish they were like 2 days, like just 2 days, Blizzard, you know, not just 1 day. Like, come on, just 2 days, man. And it got me thinking again about MicroHolidays, because a main holiday's coming up, right? Hollow's End, which is just the Hallows. I almost said the Hollow's End holiday, the Halloween holiday. And it made me thinking about. It made me think about. What am I? My words are not existent right now. It made me think about what other MicroHolidays I would want in World of Warcraft, and so I'm curious about what you would recommend. Because here's what I would recommend. So, one of the things I wrote down, I have a list here. One of the things I wrote down is a Snowball Fight day. So, just being in Dunmorrow, I thought, oh my god, what if in like winter, spring, right, a neutral snow zone, we just had a big snowball fight, and you changed it back to snowballs can knock people down, and they could set up some sort of event where, like, every hour you compete, and like snowball fights happen, and like you throw, and like once you get knocked down 3 times, like you're out, like a dodgeball game or something, and like there's ways to counter it or something, like if you clicked a different button fast enough, or I don't know, like I think that would just be a fun thing, right? And it doesn't have to give rewards, because Blizzard, I remember when I interviewed Ian, I asked him about MicroHolidays, and he was like, we don't want rewards that are gonna make you feel like you need to do the holidays. They're kind of just there. So hence why they haven't really done transmog items or that type of thing. But I still think that would be an idea that would do really well, because it'd be fun, and you wouldn't really need a reward for it. It would just be like, dude, that was really fun. Like, I want to do that more often. I think a Snowball Fight MicroHoliday would be really cool. And then I think profession holidays would be really cool. It's another thing where a profession, you wouldn't necessarily need to go to this day to level up your profession, right? But I think having like profession-specific holidays would be just an interesting micro-holiday to experiment with, right? Say you have, even if it's secondary professions, maybe even a fishing day, right? Just have a fishing day where it encourages you to go out and fish, and maybe there's specific fish you catch on that day that don't really matter. Like, you can't cook them, you can't do anything, but they're just there, and it's like, hey, I caught this fish on the fishing day, or you gain, you know, and you level up fishing faster because of this, and you can do that with cooking or first aid. First aid day. You have a first aid day where you go around and you heal people that are just scattered across the world. And speaking of the world, this brings me to my next point. I think we should have old world zone days. So, as we're flying over Arathi Highlands right now, one of the old zones, how cool would it be to have a day that was just like Arathi Highlands Day, where you came to Arathi Highlands, and there's just little events scattered throughout the zone. It wouldn't even have to be that many. They wouldn't have to be crazy events, but just little events that encouraged you to go back to these old zones and kind of explore them again, kind of just partake in the atmosphere of the zone, because I think World of Warcraft, the music, the environments, all this stuff, it all plays a part in why we enjoy World of Warcraft so much. And I notice that at this point of an expansion of Legion, I mainly come on and play for holidays, or if my friends are playing, or to just try out some new content for a bit, like Argus, for example. So I think having these holidays of like, oh, Arathi Highlands Day, I'll hop on and just check it out for a day. It's something that's just it adds an incentive to something that has no incentive, essentially, right? When are you going to come to Arathi Highlands unless you're leveling in WoW? And at this point, you can just level through dungeons. Doesn't even matter. And they could even add little secrets or something, right? Like, what if over here, like in this hill, there's a little cave and it had a secret and it, like, told you about something. I don't know, right? You can get creative with it. There's just a bunch of things you can do. That's what excited me the most about MicroHolidays when they introduced MicroHolidays. And I think there's a lot of room for expansion. And I think they're going to do that in the next WoW expansion. I think they're definitely going to expand on MicroHolidays. But I think they can do better than what they're doing now. And I don't, like, I understand where Ian's coming from. He doesn't want people to miss out on a MicroHoliday and feel like they've missed out on getting an item or, you know, whatever that MicroHoliday offers. But at the same time, actual holidays offer that, right? You can get things during those holidays that can still impact you throughout the year, like toys or whatever it may be, transmogs. I think MicroHolidays, for that reason, should at least last like 2 or 3 days, or maybe have a separate kind of holiday. Like they do have that, I guess, like the Day of the Dead. But even then, I would almost consider that a MicroHoliday. So it's just a weird terminology thing at that point. I think it all boils down to, for me at least, having things to do in the game randomly. It's like real life. I mean, when you think about it, it's like real life. It's like, oh man, they're having an Oktoberfest or a Brewfest down the street. Want to go to that tonight? Yeah, and then you go do that for the night, and you drink some beer, you look at the people, you see old man Jenkins, who you thought was just some creepy old man drinking beer, and he's dancing in his German garments, still being a creepy old man, but now he's happy. You know, yellow introduction to the world. You know, introduction. I guess that's not the right word. You just get something to do, right? You got something to do. Anyway, another thing I think would be cool would be old item days. So there's a lot of old items that have been kind of cut from the game, right? Well, I think it'd be cool if they brought them back, but in kind of a shittier form, if you will. For example, Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker, or whatever, you know. They kind of did this. I think they offered like a level 1 Thunder Fury it was like a foam one or something. There's something like that. I'm not sure about the specifics of it, but I think it would be cool if you offered those types of items. They could be different color. They could look really bad. Like you could have like a Ragnaros hammer or something, or the Warglaves, but they got like tape on them and shit. like you know, like pieces of it are missing, like they're chipped off. So they're clearly not the actual ones, but it's like, hey, I got a kind of one. You could get it from that MicroHoliday. I think that would be really cool. And sure, people would be like, I missed out on the MicroHoliday. Well, it's too bad, you know? I think we need more of that. We need more of the, like, too bad. Like, I want epics too. Well, too bad. You didn't do the thing to get the epics, right? I think that's almost what's happened in World of Warcraft, which is what's happened over the years as epics have gotten less epic, if you will. If so many people have been like, I'm not getting the thing, and then they're like, all right, well, here's everybody gets epics now, and it's like, yay, you know. So why not do this? You know, it's practically the same thing, and it adds some fun. You know, if you're gonna go down that route, why not go all the way down that route, right? Take it all the way, man. And then speaking of old items, we get to my final point, which is vanilla days. So, I don't know how plausible this is. It's probably not plausible at all, and it would take a lot of effort, more so than is actually required. I think we could have vanilla days, right? Vanilla WoW days, where somehow one zone for that day would be reverted back to its vanilla WoW form. And when you entered that zone, you would drop down to the level that was required for that zone. So let's say, let me find a zone here that kind of got revamped or something. No, don't move my sheep. Is that where my sheep was? F? I don't remember it being F. That's not important. Let's say the Barrens, right? The Barrens. So what if the Barrens got reverted back to when they were a full continent, or not continent, full land mass, or whatever. Well, it wasn't split down the middle. And when you entered the zone, whether you were level 110, 90, 50, whatever it be, you would drop down to level, I guess, like 9 to 10, right? Well, Southern Baron's 30 to 35 is 10 to 20. You'd be like 10 to 20, right? Let's put you level 20. You'd automatically go down to level 20. And then you could have things like crossroad battles again. You could have things like Baron's chat again. Everyone's just going there for fun, right? And it wouldn't have to last that long. It could last 1 or 2 days. But it would be something that would bring people back. Like, oh shit, they're actually, you know, kind of going back on nostalgia in a way of like, hey, this is what Vanilla Barons was like. And kind of showing you a bit into World of Warcraft's past. It's almost like a history lesson. So if you're not going to give us vanilla servers, you could at least give us some form of vanilla WoW. You know what I mean? But I guess that would also require old assets, which I'm still confused on how these assets are just gone, where they're like, yeah, we don't got access to that stuff anymore. I don't know. There's got to be some way, right? There's got to be some way of doing that. I don't know. Again, I'm just some person on the internet who criticizes things and hopes that they change for my liking. And I feel like that's what most people do. But we do it because we like the game, right? We do it because we enjoy the game. We want what's best for the game. We want to have fun in the game. And that's what it boils down to, is we all just want to have fun playing World of Warcraft. And so that's why I wanted to ask, what would be your idea for a micro holiday? Do you think my ideas are good? Would you change my ideas? Let me know in the comments section below. These are my favorite types of videos because I love reading kind of conversations people are having and kind of ideas and ways to improve the game or whatever it may be. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. Okay? Okay. See you.